Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Heyday. Now today we're heading on over to William's farm to do a little bit of a town upgrade. I've got a few buildings there to sort out, I need space for visitors, and I'm going to be upgrading my town hall. Okay, welcome to my level 35 farm. Now, as I said, today's focus is heading on down to the actual town. Now, if I can do that, I'd need to add myself. And that's what I've done. I've added my larger farm to my friend's bar here to be able to transfer some resources over, because I'm actually going to be expanding my town a lot today. Right, now if I slide onto my bar, you'll see some goodies down there. I'm selling to myself for 1 coin. I'm only using one slot at a time, and then that way basically I can purchase those items, and if someone jumps in, I'm not losing too many. Thank you everybody for not actually jumping in and interrupting this transfer. I was able to get a lot of resources shifted over to myself, whether they were deeds, stakes, mallets, even the actual treasure maps, and I'm rather happy about that one. A lot of items transferred, a lot of resources sent from one farm to another farm. Actually having more than one farm is definitely beneficial. Having a lot of friends again is also very useful, so thank you very much to everybody who sold me resources or donated to me as well. I am putting them to good use, and it's really nice to be able to upgrade my farm a little bit more so I can enjoy the valley, I can enjoy farming, and it's a lot smoother. Trying to do things by yourself is going to be a challenge. That's where having friends is very beneficial. If you'd like to have me as a friend, please do so. Every month I empty my friends bar, and that gives you the opportunity to re-add me as well. Right, let's come back to the farm. Now, what I've already done today is upgraded my barn one time. So I did this one earlier. Next upgrade's at 14. My silo itself, okay, I didn't upgrade yet. However, I do need a few more resources, and I'll do that one later. Today as well, I've also upgraded my fishing area by one spot. I opened this one down here, so I can now start catching more fish. Still got a few more to do down there, but the fishing area is not really my main focus today, and I will save that until another time. But 2 more spots there, and we will be done. Right, now the town is down here. I click on the station, that then sends me on my journey to my beautiful town. Now there's a building to be opened up there, there's visitors to be collected, and there's experience points to be gained and sent on to my friends. Now if you look down here, I can upgrade my cinema. I've upgraded and I've added visitors. That allows me to actually serve more than one visitor. Now at the moment you'll notice that my town is a level 3 for experience. Now I can keep upgrading and upgrading to level 3, but I can't actually upgrade to level 4. There's a lot more experience points to be gained before it will let me do that. I've got a lot of clearing to do away as well. There's a lot of open land and unopened land there to be sorted, and there's many more points to be gained. I can also upgrade my town hall, I can upgrade my station as well, but I can't do my personal train because that's not till level 4. Now, why do I need to upgrade my buildings? Well, there's so many visitors that are coming to your actual town. Now, a lot of those visitors are going to be requesting a few key buildings, and you're going to end up with a bottleneck like I've got here. So I've got a lot of visitors that are waiting to go to my cinema, but by only having the one space there means that I can't actually turn those around. I can leave them there, they're not really taking up any space, and any trains that do arrive will just be rejected or not drop any passengers off. Now I'm strongly relying on my hoodies and friends again to come and help me out, and thank you very much on that for actually doing some of my orders. Now what I do want to do today is to open up access to the sanctuary. I can't actually collect any puzzle pieces until I've actually opened up this area, and I can't open up this area until I actually give it one land access from the town area itself to the sanctuary, and that's what that one piece has now done. So by opening up that one piece, Mr. Wicker arrives down by my platform, and then he gives me the ability to actually upgrade it. Now personally, I love this wooden design. I really wish I could have kept it as a wooden design, but it's been upgraded on my main farm and it's more of a concrete structure, and that's what will happen here later. Once I've done that as well, I'll get my free animal for my sanctuary and I can start collecting puzzle pieces. It's only 10,000 coins to do it. It's going to take a couple of hours until until that is ready, or I can speed it up with diamonds. I'm going to leave it until maybe another video later. Right, there's more land to be opened up, but you'll see now that I need a few more resources. So I'm going to have to keep transferring over a lot more goodies before I can actually do anything else here. Now, each of these spots actually requires a different quantity of expansion materials. So the amount of materials I'm going to need to upgrade my whole town area to open it up is going to be quite considerable. I've got buildings that need to be done as well, and again, each building's upgrade material is different from another one. Some of them are the same, some of them are a little bit varied in relation to what I can and can't do. Now, when it comes to upgrading, there's the visitors, there's the coins, there's the reputation, and the turnaround time. Now, my first key upgrades are definitely for the visitors. I'm not really too fussed about the turnaround time because I'm not in a hurry with the town just yet. However, I do need the resources to upgrade each of the buildings, and I want to add the visitor slots. Now, I can have a maximum of 6 visitors per building. Heyday, can we at some stage in the near future maybe increase that to 9, so it matches with the machines that we have on the farm as well. Having the ability to service 9 townies within each building will be very nice indeed. I don't think it will be that much of a problem for the user interface and what we can and can't do with our towns. I'm looking forward to seeing some new changes here as well. So ideas. Right, now I can upgrade my cinema. Now, because I've got the resources there, once I've actually opened up one of those 4 categories, I can upgrade them until I max out. So the max out for me at the moment is level 3. Once I've done level 3, then level 4 is the next upgrade, and I can't do anything until I get another 50 odd points. Now, that 50 odd points is achievable. I just got to serve a load of visitors, and then once I've done that, I'll get reputation points for those visitors, and then as I upgrade the buildings, I'll get the building reputation point as well. But I've still got a long way to go on that anyway. Resources. You'll see here bolts, tape, and expansion materials. So sometimes it's a town expansion material, sometimes they're barn or silo expansion materials, sometimes they are land expansion materials. What you're actually saving to upgrade the town can be very, very varied indeed. I would say when it comes to upgrading the town, okay, do look at the buildings that you've got and do look at the resources. If you've got too many resources for other materials from other buildings and you don't really need them at this stage, then sell those off. Because at a lower level, when the town does become available, you're very limited on what space you can and can't have. Okay, you've got the ability to upgrade the buildings, but it's the reputation points that slows you down. So any expansion materials that you don't want at this stage, if you're not using them, get rid of them. So you'll see there that I've only got the 1 yellow paint bucket. Now for me, usually yellow paints are very challenging to get. So as I start upgrading this one, maybe I don't really need the planks and the actual screws. Now thank goodness I can use those elsewhere. But if it were another building, for example, then I might not be able to upgrade this building for a long time because of the resources I do need. Okay, right, let's go back over to my other farm. I know what I need here. Let's go get a few more resources and transfer those back to myself. Again, using the last slot there go the last of my paint buckets, and I'm actually not transferring too many over in one go anyway. Doing 10 is not such a problem, but when it comes to these materials, I'd rather just do a few at a time. And then if someone does jump in, I'm not going to lose them. Now, transferring to yourself is very, very easy when you have 2 devices, one next to the other. You've got the stall open, and then you can just add the items with one farm, collect it with the other, and it's not too much of a problem. If you're using the player ID and you're jumping between farms, then there's a possibility, because of the delay with moving from one to the other, you may find items have been bought by someone else. It happens. Your roadside shop is open to all players. However, if you haven't advertised, then there's a strong possibility that you will get to keep the resources. Right, now one of the things I want to upgrade is the town hall. Now the town hall does have a very nice maximum capacity. Now I don't mind actually upgrading the town hall more than the actual train itself. However, if I don't upgrade the train, then I'm not going to be getting so many visitors. Now, to a certain extent, that's not too bad. I'd rather store the visitors in my town because I've got the capacity to keep them with the town hall than have too many visitors arriving by the personal train and not being able to keep them because my town hall is too low. So what I usually do is try to upgrade the town hall a lot faster than I actually do the station. That tends to be more of a focus for me when it comes to preparing my buildings. However, the town hall is like the other buildings within the town. It does have its limitation. You can't go too far in the game before it stops you from progressing as well. As you level up within the town, okay, the amount of reputation points you need between the two levels is very, very high indeed, and it does take a bit of time. Personally, I think the reputation point needs to be adjusted. It needs to be a lot higher, I feel, sometimes. Well, we get a lot of experience points, which is very nice for the farm, but reputation point is kind of like imbalanced in my personal opinion. But I really don't mind at the end of the day. Upgrading my town is nice, but doing it too quickly, I'm more relaxed person. Slow and steady is the name of the game. Okay, right, you can see there my upgrade is for the station as well. I can upgrade this to 4. Now, I'm actually looking forward to upgrading this to 4 because at the moment a capacity of 3 is the one carriage. But as soon as I start upgrading it to 4, it will actually add another carriage to the train. So I will then have a different design delivering to my town. And that's going to be very, very nice to be able to see and show off as well. So as you start upgrading the train, it's 3 passengers per car, and then basically cars are added to the train as you start getting into the next set of 3. The color scheme itself for the first carriage is gold. Once you've got the 3, then the next one becomes silver. Then as you increase it, it changes again until you've got the gold. Then again, it goes back to silver. Once you've maxed out your town, I'm afraid though that the last carriage is a silver. Now, I'd love to see it gold one day, but that's still open for discussion. Yep, I've mentioned it a few times and I'm still waiting. Okay, let's upgrade my train station as well. Okay, every single building is basically now done. Okay, I can't go past the level 4. That is the maximum. I can request the train now, but I'm not going to. I got people inside the building. My sanctuary is now preparing. I got visitors moving around. I've got the beach to do, but that's a lot of expansion materials, and I don't really have all of the maps yet. By the way, thank you very much to my hoodies and others out there in the world who've sold me a lot of maps. I really appreciate it because it has been very challenging trying to find those. There's still a few more I can transfer over, but again, storage is a key factor when it comes to a lower level farm. I could probably manage a few more pieces, so I think I might now just transfer over a few more items and maybe do at least 1 or 2 more upgrades in the town. I definitely want to open the beach by 1, and maybe if I can remove some of those back pieces as well. I've got a lot of trees and I've got water, I've got rocks as well that's going to be remaining once I've opened up the town a little bit more. Then I need to decide if I want to keep those rocks, if I want to keep those trees or keep those pools of water. Now with my other farms, I've actually removed quite a lot of them, and I hope at some stage in the future Heyday does give us the ability to buy this kind of decorative piece back. I'd love to see the pools of water sold to us within the game as a nice decoration. The same with the actual rocks as well. I think if we had the ability to buy those, we could reintroduce them to the town or to the farm and create a very, very nice design indeed. Right, so I've got enough there to upgrade at least 1 more piece of land. I just need to get some more stakes and some more mallets or some more deeds transferred over. Each one requires a different quantity, as you can see. Now, if you're looking to get more information on what's required to totally upgrade the town, I recommend the Heyday Wiki. Now, you can find the Heyday Wiki linked down below in the video description. It's also linked on many of my videos that I actually do. I've shown it off a few times in my live streams, and you can also see the link in my actual Facebook page as well. So make sure you do check it out. Subscribe to the Heyday Wiki. There's a lot of very, very good information about the game, and the expansion section, which I've actually helped to update a few times, is very, very beneficial indeed. It really, really is. Tells you exactly what you need and how many pieces. And then when you look at the totals, you're thinking like, oh my goodness me, I've got to collect all of that. At least this way, when I'm just doing one piece at a time, I'm not worrying too much about the overall total. However, when I do actually look at what I've got to do, I think, that's a long way to go, and can I get it done? But slowly, slowly, slowly is fine indeed. Wouldn't you love to buy all of those expansion materials that I'm selling to myself, though? One way I actually do get these expansion materials, by the way, is I ask my hoodies and they sell them to me, full price or not. Okay, I don't mind either which way I do. Another way is that people actually give them to me because they don't need them anymore. Another one I have getting these resources is through toolboxes, through harvesting wheat, through buying them in the newspaper and roadside shops, of course. I find that doing a lot of harvesting is very, very good for actually building up the expansion materials that I do need for my town, so keep that in mind. Once you start serving the visitors, though, they will give you a lot of goods. So the more visitors that you serve and turn around in your town, the more resources they give you as you progress through the game. It's very, very important that you do open up the town. There are a lot of benefits. There's the experience points, there's the coins, there's the resources they give you, there's the gifts from the sanctuary, there's the ability to do lots of events. Once you've actually got a load of visitors saved up as well, then you can start doing some derby tasks, which again is a nice easy task to do when it comes to doing a derby. Once you've got the personal train up and running, which is the more challenging part, I think the personal train is definitely the most difficult bit for me within the town. That's going to be available from level 4, and this is where you're going to need a lot of metal bars, and this is where you will need other people's help. Now, I'm making a lot of metal bars at the moment. I'm starting to produce them already on my large farm because of a few mine tasks that I've been doing for the derby. So I'm going to be building up a good collection of metal bars and maybe not doing any orders, so I can then transfer those metal bars over to my farm here and then upgrade that personal train. But that will be later in another video. Okay, right, now as you upgrade the town, you're getting achievements. Today I got the Happy Town visitors, so I've served 10 visitors in my town. Wonderful. Diamonds and XP, and I like that one. Next one's at 100 visitors. Another achievement today I got was expanding the town 2 times. That was good. Next one is 8 times, so again, that's going to be very nice indeed, and I can't wait. The town upgrade is over for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and the conversation and what I was saying as well. If you've got any questions, ask below. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, and make sure you do hit that beautiful bell notification. I'll see you on Friday or Tuesday for my live stream. So take care, have fun, and if you need any help with upgrading your town or farm, let me know and come on my live stream and I can sell you some goodies. Bye now.